Hello friends! Welcome to our channel. We are glad that you have joined us today. The girl was hiding under the bed, trying not to make a single sound. She was terrified. Every minute she was afraid that her dad would come into her room and start beating her. All she could do was wait until it's all over. Suddenly, she heard her dog whimper. The dog was lying right next to her under the bed, and he seemed to be in pain. It all started a few days ago. The girl's dad came home drunk yet again. He slapped her mom right in front of her eyes. Then he went to his room and started snoring loudly. The girl couldn't take it anymore, so she took her dog and went under the bed. They stayed there all night because she was afraid that her dad would hurt her if he knew that she was awake. And what was even worse, he might also hurt her dog. In the morning, when her mom woke up, she told her that she had to go to school. After the girl left, her mom called the police and told them that her husband was missing. She said that he left the house in the middle of the night and did Q say anything about where he was going. Meanwhile, the girl was at school. When the bell rang for recess, she went outside to play with her friends. "My dad is a monster!" the girl suddenly burst out. Her friends were confused. One of them asked what happened, but she just shook her head and ran to the bathroom. She cried her eyes out. At some point, she even thought that it would be better to live under the bed than at home. But when the girl returned home after school, everything was fine. Her dad wasn't there. Neither was her mom. There were 2 policemen in the house, though. "Where is my mom?" the girl asked. "We're sorry, sweetheart, but your mother and father are gone. Their bodies were found this morning in their bedroom. It seems they were poisoned," the officers answered gently. The girl couldn't believe what she heard. She just stood there with her mouth wide open. She felt like the ground beneath her feet was starting to collapse. Then the police officers noticed that the girl was holding her dog in her arms, and it was unmoving. "My God, he's dead!" the girl screamed. The dog had stopped breathing while she was talking to the cops. When the girl's mom was still alive, she begged her husband many times to get a divorce. But he always answered, "You'll be nobody without me. You're too stupid to do anything on your own. You'll end up on the street with your kids." She understood that he was right, but she couldn't put up with his bullying anymore. That's why she decided to leave him even without a trial. One day she told her husband that she wanted to buy some groceries. He said okay, not knowing that she wasn't coming back. She rented a small apartment for her and her children far away from her ex-husband's house. There she could finally feel safe. Her ex-husband was furious when he realized that his wife had left him. He kept calling her and threatening her that he would take the children away from her. "Don't even think about it," the woman said. "I won't let you see them ever again." She blocked her husband's number and deleted him from social media. She didn't want him to know where she lived. However, one day, her ex-husband still found her. He came to the woman's house and started banging on the door. "Let me in. I haven't seen the kids for so long. Just 5 minutes. That's all I ask." The woman was on the phone with the police at that time. So she just kept calm and said, "You can see them, but only if you agree to a divorce." The man was desperate. He agreed to all of her terms and was finally allowed inside. The woman opened the door and let her ex-husband in. But she didn't know that he brought his friend with him. The man pushed her aside and introduced her to a stranger. "Lisa, this is a friend of mine. He's a lawyer. From now on, he'll be representing me in court." Lisa couldn't believe her ears. "What do you mean? What are you trying to do?" But the man interrupted her. "Shut up. Everything is going according to my plan. My lawyer will take your children away from you." He smiled wickedly. Lisa understood that she had made a big mistake by letting this man into her house. She grabbed the phone and tried to call the police. But before she could do that, the man snatched the phone from her hands and threw it to the floor. The woman started screaming, but the man covered her mouth with his hand and dragged her out of the house. The woman was taken to a strange house. It was dark inside and she couldn't see anything. "Where am I? Let me go," she cried. But no one answered her. In the morning, her children woke up in their beds and started crying. They couldn't find their mom anywhere. "Mom, where are you? Come back," the little girl cried. The boy went to the window and saw a woman standing across the street. It was their mother. She was looking at their house and crying. The children ran to the door and started pounding on it, but the man who pretended to be a lawyer stopped them. "No, you can't go out. Your mother doesn't live here anymore. And you don't want to see her crying, do you?" The children started crying even harder. At that moment, Lisa's mother came to the house. She knocked on the door and asked to see her grandchildren. But the fake lawyer just smiled cunningly and said, "They don't need a grandmother. They have a new mother." Then he closed the door. All this time, Lisa was sitting in a chair in the corner of the room. She was tied up with a rope and gagged. She was desperate and tried to free herself from the bonds. She wanted to escape and save her children. Meanwhile, her ex-husband was making breakfast in the kitchen. Suddenly, he heard a loud crash. It was Lisa. She managed to break the rope a bit and hit her head on the floor. The man was furious. He picked up a frying pan and went to the room where Lisa was. The woman started begging for mercy, but the man didn't listen to her. He raised the frying pan and hit her on the head. Lisa lost consciousness. Then the man untied her and dragged her to the bathtub. "You're going to take a nice bath now," he said. After Lisa regained consciousness, she realized that she was indeed in the bathtub. She turned her head and saw her ex-husband taking his friend's shoes off. "Why? Why are you doing this to me?" she whispered. You'll see your children no more. Only I'll be with them from now on, he answered. He wanted to take revenge on his wife for leaving him and for taking their children away. That's why he hired a friend as a lawyer and bought sleeping pills. He planned to give them to his wife so that she wouldn't wake up anymore. But Lisa woke up and somehow managed to escape. The man was furious. He chased after her, but she was faster. The woman ran out into the street and kept running until she reached the first house. She knocked on the door and asked to call the police. The people inside agreed, and soon officers arrived and took her ex-husband away. After the trial, Lisa got sole custody of her children. Now she was raising them alone. She loved them very much and was grateful that they were with her and not with their father. As for the fake lawyer, he went to jail for helping the criminal.